It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. In this video, we'll be discussing a theory about the ultimate ending of the Walking Dead franchise. So how is it gonna end? That could be years from now, but we're gonna be talking about how everything could come together and what the ultimate ending could be. There are obviously a few possibilities for how this could happen and what the conclusion will be, some more exciting than others, and we're gonna explore them all in detail in this video. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. The first theory is that all of the spin-offs will eventually come together for one epic crossover event. This is the one that's most popular, and this is the one that many fans see as the best conclusion and the best ultimate ending. This would obviously see all of our characters from the many spin-offs come together. So, of course, characters from the original show, characters who are in the new spin-offs like Negan, Maggie, Rick, Michonne, and Daryl, characters from Fear the Walking Dead, and also characters from World Beyond, or even characters that we saw in Tales of the Walking Dead. So we could see all of those characters joining forces in one main show. The reason why they would all come together is to fight a final battle against either a new breed of walkers or a rival community, both of which has been teased. Of course, the breed of walkers could be looked at as the variant walkers that were teased at the end of the main show, and the rival community could be the big Civic Republic military, aka CRM, organization that's been teased for several years now. Once the threat is eliminated, though, the survivors could band together to build a new community and rebuild civilization from scratch. And of course, the man that could lead them through this journey could be none other than Rick Grimes himself, because this whole thing started with him. So it would make sense for him to be the one that ends it all. Obviously, if we're looking at 10 years down the line, this wouldn't really make sense. But if we're looking at like a couple years from now, then that could be a possibility. But I think if we're looking at this event taking place 10, 20 years down the line, then our legacy characters could be the characters that take charge in doing what Rick could potentially do right now in terms of bringing everyone together and leading them to rebuilding society. And the characters that come to mind are Judith, Herschel Jr., legacy characters like that. Another possibility is that the franchise will take a darker turn. And what I mean by that is a situation where we see our survivors succumbing to their primal instincts and turning on each other. This could lead to a scenario where only a handful of survivors are left, with no hope for rebuilding society, in contrast to the previous scenario that we looked at. And the final shot in this situation could be a lone survivor wandering a desolate wasteland, alone and abandoned. And obviously, this could very well connect to a theory that came up pretty early on with the lone walker in the field. Obviously, it's not quite the same thing, but it goes back to the idea of the last man standing story or that concept. And obviously, if we're looking at it from that angle, then there are a few characters that could take that spot. Rick is an obvious one, Michonne, Daryl. Obviously, the one with Daryl is the most popular one, and the one that fans already believe the writers have teased. But that's not all. There is another way that the story could go at the very end. Alternatively, the franchise could end on a more hopeful note, but one that's slightly different than the rebuilding society story. In this situation, the survivors could discover a cure for the Walker virus, something that also has been teased with the cure story that's connected to the Civic Republic military organization and what we saw in the Walking Dead World Beyond spin-off. This could allow them to rebuild society like originally discussed, but with a twist where they create a new world free from the constant threat of the walkers, instead of a new world where they come to live with the walkers. But with that said, there's another way the story could go, and this is sort of connected to everything that we've already kind of talked about. So it's not a category on its own, but it's really a combination of everything. In this situation, there would be a big twist, with the survivors realizing that the walkers were not a real threat after all. Perhaps there was a larger, more insidious enemy that has been manipulating events all along. This could provide a shock ending that would leave fans intrigued and excited. And the reason why this theory brings all of the other theories together is because in order for it to work, you have to do a little bit of all of the things that we previously talked about, and it might go down in a way where all of the survivors, including the CRM, have to come together to deal with a larger breed of walkers, aka the variant walkers, and soon they discover that what they have to do to come out on top is to find a cure because there's just no alternative and the variant walkers are just getting out of control or something along those lines. And at that point, that's when they figure out the larger threat. That's where they find the bigger enemy that's out there that leads them all to come together to not only fight this external threat, but also, after dealing with the external threat, rebuild society and continue searching for a cure to get rid of the virus altogether. This would obviously not be something that you could do in one spin-off or two. This is something that would take years and years of planning and years of building. Of course, these are just a few of many possibilities for how the franchise could ultimately come to an end. The Walking Dead has always been known for its unpredictability, and there's no telling what kind of twist or turn the writers and producers might have in store for fans. But I think what many fans will agree is that they want to see something new, they want to see something unique, and they want to be shocked. And I think with all of the stuff we talked about, it's not as shocking because we just predicted it. So I hope whatever they come up with is something that has elements of everything that we talked about, but also has its own twists and turns so that it's not predictable, because what's fun in that? So that's everything I wanted to go through in this video. I'm definitely intrigued and excited to know your thoughts and opinions. So share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. How do you think The Walking Dead is going to end? What are your possible ending theories? And what do you want to see? So it might not be your theory per se, but it's something that you would love to see at the end of The Walking Dead. So share your comments in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.